not stopping, and it's recording now. So,
Recording.
yeah, that's what I just said.
Special.
All right, Ben. Day 2 of Fan X.
Yeah.
Fuck. This show, by day 2, I feel so just fucking drained. Like, you just feel exhausted. But this show, I have not had that problem. So, 2 days now, and I haven't really had to, rush in the morning to get ready. I mean, that could be because of our press pass situation, but...
Probably should have rushed a little bit more this morning.
Shut up. No, yeah, I really should have. Miss Christina Ricci's spotlight panel, and...
The sugar glider one was the one I was...
Was that at the same time?
That was this morning, yeah, I think so.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because I was interested to check out that one. But you know me, I go through the schedule, tick off everything that I'm interested in. And then, any given moment, I just see which one seems the most interesting and which one I'm geographically closest to. And that's the panel I go to.
Geographically close.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let's talk about some celebrity stuff real quick, and then we'll go over all of the other panels and things.
So, celebrities you want to see, or
whatever. Did you go to any spotlight panels?
If there was some that I wanted to go to, I would have completely spaced it, but Billy West and Johnny Young Bosch are probably be the only two that I would offhand that I can think that I would want to go see.
Johnny Young Bosch was in the Power Rangers spotlight panel this afternoon. I did kind of want to stick around for that. That was the panel that was coming up, I think, after the Lost Boys panel. Because that one, I haven't listened to the recording, but I recorded the audio of that. Because I was trying to figure out some video shit on my old phone. But, yeah, that's what, that was when I was telling you that I was heading out of the Grand Ballroom to go to another panel. I forget where, though. I'll have to reference that with my schedule.
Schedule?
Yeah, I was about to say that, and I just, reflexively fell back on my American English.
It's alright.
Yeah. And then Billy West. Was his panel today?
I don't know when it is.
Because I still haven't looked at Saturday's schedule yet, so...
I'm just saying, if it's already happened, then I completely spaced and didn't even...
Yeah, I know.
Because there's a lot going on sometimes. A lot of, I see the celebrity name, I just instinctively think it's autograph signing or photo op, and I'd more want to hear from them what they have to say, and you don't get a lot of that in, just the couple, 30 seconds, a minute or two or whatever that you get from, signing an autograph. There's not a lot of time to talk to them or hear what they have to say.
Yeah, well, if you're as good as I am, you don't need more time than that. You can get rejected and be on your way in far, far less time.
Fair, but rejected, I don't think I'd be asking those kinds of questions to...
That's an off-mic conversation. But, yeah. No, I really do want to talk with Billy West. Because he's one of those actors that has been my hero forever, and I didn't even really know it. Because that guy has been doing voices on fucking everything forever. And I was thinking about this earlier, when I was fantasizing about my conversation with him that will inevitably occur.
Okay.
You know how with most actors, they're clearly doing different voices, and you know that, and it sounds like it. And the voice, the different voices match the different characters. But there's still that one little
quality
thing,
of their voice, yeah.
Underneath all of it, where you can still pick out who it is. John DiMaggio. He's always been one of my favorites. But when you watch Superman Doomsday, and you see the toy man laughing in Superman's face, there's a brief moment there where you still kind of hear Bender's voice. So, but with Billy West, there's effectively no sense of that whatsoever. I mean, just looking at Futurama, because I was watching that earlier when you showed up and we're getting ready to head out. Fry is very close to Billy West's natural speaking voice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But then Hubert Farnsworth, also a Billy West voice,
Right.
has a quality that almost sounds like it could be an old Fry, which makes sense, because he effectively is an old Fry. But then Zoidberg, completely different fucking voice.
Wonderfully done.
Oh, yeah. And then Leo Wong. Completely different voice from all three of those others. And then he uses kind of the same voice for, like, Fry's dad and, you know, any hardened military guy. But still, that voice, completely different from Fry, Farnsworth, Zoidberg, and Leo Wong.
That's pretty good to have all of those same characters in the show, and especially consider like Fry, the Professor, and Zoidberg. Like
they're often in the same
scene.
Exactly.
To be able to have the voices different, I wonder what the bloopers that would be like. And
I know I can't remember if I've heard anything about this, but I think he actually like switches from character to character in the booth.
And in this scene, that would be interesting, like arguing with each other. Ooh.
Yeah, because
I'd love to see that.
I feel as though I've heard conversations about that in like bonus features on things. That the Billy West can actually do that.
Beautiful.
I know. It's craziness.
Voice acting at its prime.
But he did voices on Ren and Stimpy. Which was a big thing for me as a child.
Don't remember much of it, but I know it's a thing.
Because you did not exist then. Yeah, because we're about 10 years apart, aren't we?
How old are you?
35?
No, not 10 years.
Oh.
Thank you, though.
Fuck off. It's because I view you as a child. That's why. Yeah, you're what? 27, 28?
Nope.
Really?
Older.
Whatever. I've lost interest.
Thank you.
Yeah, I meant in the conversation. Yes, and in you as a person. But, yeah. Billy West, I really cannot wait to talk to. Yeah, I seriously need to look at tomorrow's schedule soon. Figure out what the hell I'm going to do.
I think he's signing at some point. I don't know exactly when, but...
Well, he's been here for at least today, if not both days. And then he will be here Saturday.
Okay, so that's one we need to make sure we hit, because... that sucked to, like, have that opportunity and then have it run away. Hopefully, it won't be too expensive, like... Richard Dean Anderson was at one of the cons, but oh my goodness. He's a big name and he's older. It's like he can charge up the wazoo. I'm hoping Billy West isn't as expensive, like, you know, in the hundreds or whatever.
Yeah.
Tom Holland's is probably expensive, I'm sure.
Have we not had that conversation?
No?
Yeah, it's north of 200 for a autograph and or photo.
No wonder Jay was like joking about that.
Yeah. It wasn't a joke. Yeah, so no, I forgot she did a cover of this song. Yeah, this is Chris Angeles singing Enter Sandman.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, what was I gonna say?
Your face.
No. Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, then Billy West is most likely going to be a part of Twisted Tunes. which I cannot fucking wait.
That would be glorious. I will wait early. Like, I will leave whatever panel I'm in early just to be in line for that. There won't be any, like, special line to get into that, do you think?
It's usually packed, so probably. Yeah, I realized earlier, because I met up with Justin to go to the Jason Isaacs panel, which was fantastic. Because that guy, he's one of those guys that I always think is going to be pretty cool, but he was fucking cool. Like, that guy is super funny. And,
what has he been
in? Something in Harry Potter, in some of those movies. I don't think he's one of the guys' dads.
Okay.
And I don't think he's been in every Harry Potter movie, but in a number of them. He's on Star Trek Discovery.
Okay.
He was in a story arc in one of the latter seasons of The West Wing, which was one thing I really liked him in. He was really cool in that. That's another thing, is he had fun stories that he referenced in things. And I'm going to be putting this out tonight, so I won't have time to go through the content I recorded. But next week, we'll cover whatever we do tomorrow. And I think I'll cut together a little,
highlights.
Like, yeah. Put together, a clip sequence. Or, if I actually get shit done, which I may because my work schedule has changed considerably, then I'll have clips ready and then we can discuss them. Anyway, so yeah.
We'll do it in person.
What?
Because we tried doing a little bit of a,
Yeah.
That totally didn't work.
I know. But a lot of that shit was last minute. Mostly because I forgot to get it done first minute. But yeah, Jason Isaacs is a super cool guy. Oh yeah, Event Horizon. I was going to mention that. He was, I'm pretty sure he was in Event Horizon. If you want, I can get you a copy of that too. I've got that on that hard drive there. Yeah, it's the one with the spaceship that travels through space using some sort of not warp drive or, speed of light drive, but some other method of super fast space travel. And it winds up traveling through, for lack of a better term, a hell dimension.
Ooh, always fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that one had Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill also. Yeah, there's a great scene in there when Fishburne is talking to Neill, and it's after they had, done one of their little travel jumps or whatever. And I can't remember if Neil had clawed out his own eyes or if they were just clawed out by some demon beast on the other side. But, the trip itself is instantaneous, but the perception of hell transcends space and time.
Yeah,
so,
as it should.
Yeah, the trip itself was instantaneous. But on the other side, it felt like an eternity and everyone was driven mad. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, sounds like.
Yeah, that's one of those movies I watched for the sci-fi of it, but I was not put off by the horror of it.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, like I said, I got a copy of it on a hard drive there. I'll get that to you too. I'm pretty sure Jason Isaacs was in that. Because I want to say I watched that movie again after the last time he was up here for the convention. And I realized, oh yeah, he's in that. If I had gotten a chance to talk to him, I should have talked to him about that. Anyway.
So you saw him today?
Yep. Yeah, and then I sat in on the Lost Boys panel, like I was saying.
Lost Boys.
Kiefer Sutherland and the other guy. I can never remember his name.
Is that a series or?
It was a movie. 86.
Okay, that's why I'm having a hard time remembering.
Yeah, because you didn't exist.
Yeah, correct. But I mean, you also would have been pretty young yourself.
Says you. Oh, there's the search function. Let's see here. Jason. Not Jason Font. Jason Patrick. That's who it is. So yeah, the two of them were in the movie The Lost Boys. It's about like teenage vampires or something. You know.
Vampires.
Yeah, before all the lame bullshit.
Sparkly.
Yeah. I swear, I've watched far more of those movies than I've ever cared to. And it was always against my will. And it wasn't even to, like, impress a cute girl.
Oh. Like,
Yeah.
I saw
No, I have
one full one because like it was like a birthday present to my sister. And she knew I didn't like those, so like
So she was punishing you.
it was kind of good.
Nice.
I'm allowing you to torture me through this movie, and maybe like the random clips that I'd see she'd be watching with my mother as like walk through the house, see it on the TV.
Yeah. I've only watched them because I have a friend who is a grown-ass man, and he fucking loves that shit for some reason.
Ass man.
Anyway.
Are they like a brony or something too? But for
No.
vampire stuff?
No, he used to do this joke about it, where he would close it out by thanking Stephanie Meyer for giving us monsters we don't have to be afraid of.
Is that the name of the author?
I think so. I don't know. I never read that shit. But I've heard from friends of mine who had, for some reason or another, had to read at least parts of it. And they said that it was just god-awful. Like, it was just horribly written.
I don't know.
I don't mean, like, content-wise. I mean, like, mechanically. It was just written poorly. And then the content sucked too.
Has to suck something. I've heard. I don't know. If
do you need a girlfriend? Because you go to that well often.
Don't bother me.
All right.
I can't remember if it was about that particular book series or another one, but there was like. It was originally the story was originally supposed to be not like teen romance, but for whatever reason ended up there, and the author just ran with it.
Probably because the author was a teenage girl at the time. Because she wrote that shit when she was really young, wasn't she?
I don't follow, I didn't follow anything in terms of that book series.
I want to say I heard at some point that it was before she was married. So in Utah, going to BYU, she was probably 15. Because children here marry very young.
I thought 16 was the limit, but
it just it's not the time or place for me to get onto this particular rant.
Probably not.
Mostly because I'm just tired. I don't have the energy for it.
Who else did you see? Was Katie Sackhoff today, or did you miss that?
I thought about that, but I wound up going to a different panel. Billy Zane. That was how I started the day today. Because we met up with Justin when we walked in the door there. God damn it.
Vibrate.
Shut up. Why do I keep getting all... I just got like...
Panel stuff?
1,500 emails from Gofobo about the same fucking deal.
Gophobo yourself.
No. No, that's... I think that's the one where I normally get the screening passes that I actually get. Is it? No. I don't know. Occasionally, I get screening passes through Gofobo. But then they also send me emails about deals like the 40th anniversary of Star Trek The Motion Picture.
Billy Zane?
Yes. Yeah, that's where Justin and I went first thing this morning. And that guy is another guy who is really cool and down to earth and a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, when I clean up the videos, I'll show them to you. Yeah, because I noticed while I was recording that the app that I was using to record video at the time was doing that fucking thing where the video will start like tracking slowly and like record slowly. The audio records fine, so we can use that for whatever. But I'll need to actually like go through and snip, detach the portions that are out of timing, and then adjust the timing on just that portion, and then sync it up. And yeah, it's a big old thing.
Do you need like a new recording app or something? I don't know.
Well, now that I've got this new position at work, I've been seeing a lot of other things that we have there. So, yeah, this will be a conversation off mic later. But, yeah, I should be getting another raise by December. And I heard that around that time, Costco will sometimes get some good deals on cameras.
Ooh, cameras.
Yeah.
So you have something dedicated?
I may get an actual camera.
Holy shit.
Instead of just repurposing my old devices.
The world is not ready.
Shut up. No, like, it's fine using my old iPhones and iPads and that. The only thing is getting those videos off of those devices quickly enough so that I can free up the space on that device to record more video. Because, with the constraints on my load carry today, I did not take my laptop, so I didn't have the opportunity to save those videos off of my phone and onto a hard drive so that I could record more video.
Fair enough.
So,
struggle.
Yeah. Getting an actual camera, I can far more easily just swap out SD cards.
Yeah, that'd be a huge benefit.
And I was looking at the prices on cameras at Costco the other day, and they're not bad. I mean, like the one I would want to get, because it actually has an external microphone jack already. That one is still a little bit too pricey for me at the moment. But I was looking it up the other day, and I could get some adapters and things like that to plug in external microphones to the other cameras I was saying.
Okay. And worst comes to worst, just, turn in all the soda pop cans you have for, a little bit of money. Maybe cover that gap.
Yeah, or maybe you could just fuck off.
Well, I might have a special night, turn the music on, light some candles.
Anyway. Oh yeah, so I think that's all the celebrity stuff really. So talking about panels. Oh, real quick though, Billy Zane again, super funny guy, really cool, and I do actually want to go and talk with him personally at some point, because he's another one of those guys who usually plays like the dickbag assholes and villains and shit. And there was a series on ABC last season. They only got the one season. It's called Deception. And towards the end of that season, he was revealed to be the kind of big bad villain in that one. And he was fantastic. So, I want to have a conversation with him about that sometime. We'll see if I can actually get a chance to talk to him tomorrow.
Get you an autograph?
Probably not, because I don't collect autographs.
Something.
Yeah. Again.
Even just for the opportunity to talk, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, most of... You know me, I'm not, like, starstruck or anything. Because I grew up with this shit, so it's not impressive to me. I mean, the idea of celebrity is not impressive to me. these talented people who manage to make a living doing, things like acting and writing. That is indeed very impressive. My point is, I don't just celebrities. So I don't need autographs. And I don't necessarily need photographs or anything like that, but if I could get a chance to talk with them, perhaps on mic, that would be really cool too.
Your panels. Were there particular panels that you loved incredibly, either from Thursday or today?
Well, I need to go back through my Thursday schedule and see exactly what I went to yesterday. But today, though, Justin and I went to a handful of panels focusing primarily on role-playing games, as is the focus of this podcast.
It makes sense.
And there was one podcast called something to the effect of, RPGs and D&D's not my game, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And there was, of course, no disparaging D&D. I mean, there's a reason it's been, the most popular and probably the most iconic role-playing game for about 50 years now.
Oh, heavens. And there's was it Brazil or something? It's huge there, and they even love the cartoon.
Well, I've heard the cartoon was great. I don't think I ever watched it.
They made a live action commercial, kind of mimicking.
I did hear something about that.
characters.
I think they mentioned that on the Geek Show sometime in the last month or so.
It was pretty well made, adapting it to live action.
Yeah.
But the panel.
Yeah. So they were not disparaging D&D by any means, but they were, kind of sharing other games that are not D&D. And I picked up some good suggestions that I would like to check out.
Some not common ones that everyone's heard of. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Rifts or.
Yeah, and I guess Rifts has some sort of connection to one of these games.
Huh? Same makers or something?
Well, the makers of this new game acquired the rights to Rifts or something through some financial mishaps, I guess, on the part of the original creator. But, Savage Worlds. I managed to find the PDFs while we were still in that panel. So I downloaded those onto my phone. And, from what Lee George Cade was saying about it, is it's a very kind of slick game system. The way he described it, it was similar to Numenera, in that you've got specific actions, and if something falls within the category of an action, that's how you play it. And the only things that, the only factors outside of that are just for example, with attacks, the weapon you use might determine the damage it deals, as opposed to giving you a modifier to your attack, and perhaps draining the emotional stability of your support wolf.
Support wolf.
Yeah, I don't know.
Support chihuahua. Or lizard.
Oh.
Support lizard.
Have you heard Brad Williams' bit about emotional support animals? I'm pretty sure he's the one who said it, because he was talking about some yuts on a plane once who had a chihuahua for an emotional support animal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that by definition your emotional support animal can't be more nervous than you. I'm pretty sure that was Brad Williams. If not, I apologize for misremembering that. But he's a hilarious comedian.
I would agree with him on this statement, though.
Oh, yeah.
Chihuahuas.
Anyway, so, yeah. Like I said, I downloaded the PDFs for that rulebook, so I may look that over and may work it into some of our stuff on here.
Test out, do a test drive of some of the games.
Or maybe just use it, to do some one-off thing to kind of get us through a lull or something. Another one that I want to use for that purpose, Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a Ghostbusters RPG from '86, and
that's old.
Yeah, from what the guys were saying in the panel, it sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. And then Spirit of '77.
Yeah, you showed me the picture.
Yeah, that pretty well sums it up. Yeah, because I don't know the guy's name, but the guy in that panel who was not Lee George Cade had, what did he say about it? He said something to the effect of it being a great game based on the worst decade, or something to that effect. Yeah, I was not recording that panel, so I cannot look into that. But anyway, so yeah, some of the, let's see, there are basic roles that your characters can play in this game. There's Bopper, old school gang members, brass knuckle determination. Good old boy, a speed demons and stunt drivers into fast cars and daredevil chases. Honeypot, charismatic manipulators using good looks and whatever else to succeed. Rocker, hard-working musicians dreaming of stardom and the big time. Sleuth, wisecracking gumshoes uncovering mysteries and solving crimes. Tough guy, hardcore fighters who like the pain and hand it out like free candy.
And candy.
Vigilante, justice-obsessed citizens serving hard vengeance. Yeah, this game looks like it's gonna be fucking fun. So, yeah, that's another one that we may do some like bonus stuff with if Thundor does not come back soon.
Everyone needs their breaks.
I know. I need to start getting shit done with those. And then we need to get some more games going with that too. But yeah, and there were a few other panels about like writing, and there were one or two other panels specifically about like role-playing games. Like basics of DMing and such.
Mm-hmm.
So those were really good. Some good just general information that even if you're a seasoned DM of however many years, these panels had a lot of good advice that's just good to keep in mind.
Yeah,
whether you're new or you've been doing it half your life or whatever.
Sometimes in the thick of things, you can forget stuff. So reiterating can help. You're like, exactly. That is something I should.
Yeah. Let's see, what else?
There was that Dark Disney one on Thursday.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I did not realize how many of those movies I have watched and completely forgot about. Because they mentioned Black Hole. The only thing I remember were those robots that had like the goofy eyes. And the only reason I remember that is because we had those toys lying around when I was a child. So I only remember those toys. And that's my only real like recall of the Black Hole. But yeah, there are some good things in there that I need to check out again.
Right. I didn't realize Disney made quite so many movies in that same kind of vein.
Well, there were some that I didn't realize were actually dark. Like Darby O'Gill and the Little People. I never thought about how dark that was until they mentioned it. It's like, oh yeah. So the lore of the Banshees is pretty grim. And that young girl was dead for a while, wasn't she? Yeah, I totally spaced. I haven't watched that movie in I don't know how long.
To be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen that one. I've heard of either heard of a lot of those movies, but that one wasn't one other thing I'd heard of before. But just like listening to the name, you wouldn't think that with the name that it would be all that dark.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I still have that on VHS.
Wow.
Because I've got a carton of cassettes in a closet in the other room.
You have some Betamax anywhere?
No.
Oh,
I didn't hang on to any of those.
That'd be funny to have at least one, and then try and lend it to somebody.
Yeah, I do kind of miss Betamax. I really like those machines because they must have been about 5,000 pounds. And it was, I mean, sometimes they were larger than most of the television sets we had in my house. And the Betamax cassettes were like 2/3 the size of VHS cassettes. So you'd have this huge, super heavy like box, and then this little tray that would pop up out of the top. You'd put the cassette in there and then close it, and yeah, it's craziness. And you know that Betamax was actually the superior
That's what
cassette.
I've heard.
Yeah. It's one of those things where the porn industry kind of... Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. It's completely true.
I believe it.
Because Betamax offered higher quality video. But VHS, I believe, was marginally less expensive. And that's why it was favored by porn producers. Because you could buy so many more VHS cassettes and then, you know, afford to transport and all that for considerably less than you would with the Betamax. And because of that, the sales of VHS went up and raised that stock. So that's why VHS beat out Betamax.
Porn.
Yep. It sure is great. So what panels did you go to today?
I went to... I was on anxiety and creativity, and kind of like how a lot of people that write have, you know, depression or anxiety or those kind of struggles, and how they would try to work with that and overcome those struggles and still be able to write or create, and the different things that they'd use to either get through that or try and write it out, you know, because sometimes, you know, there's just not a switch that you can just flip. Sometimes it's just something you have to just write out. There's a lot of good stuff in there. And it's kind of hard to go into all of the details for that. I'd have to. Part of it's because I'm kind of tired. It's kind of late.
Yeah, I guess it did take us a while to eat, huh?
Yeah.
And then marveling over the various Star Trek series.
Oh, there's a lot. And, I mean, there was a Star Trek panel, but we kind of missed that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was today. Something about, like, the state of Star Trek.
There was that. One I wanted to go to was Anthropology of Star Trek and Star Wars.
Oh, I thought it was just Star Wars. I didn't realize it was both of them.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
What did I do instead of that? Can't remember now.
I went to the Bollywood Big Bang and Beyond because I thought it would be funny just to see all of, like, the Bollywood stuff. And it was kind of funny. Like, there's I don't know, like, if there's an exact equal or, like, translation to, like, what that movie was, like, the Bollywood version. It's like Enthiran or, like, robot or something like that in whatever language it Tamil or something like that. But a lot of people have seen this clip from the Bollywood film. It's like a bunch of robots. They're like a clone of... They're all like a clone of, like, the mad scientist or whatever. They, like, form a ball. They link arms or whatever and form a ball, and then, like, roll around, and, like, somehow they picked up guns from somewhere and they just shoot. And then they roll and destroy this building by, like tearing out the columns and stuff as they're rolling around, shooting, and then they like expand and shrink and expand. And they end up outside, and they form like a pillar, and then they kind of go flat, and then form like a roll, and then like twist, knocking people and things over, and then form a wall, and then form some kind of weird mountain thing, grab a helicopter that's floating up, like twist, and throw the one helicopter at another helicopter and explode. It's just ridiculous. But
are you sure that you were not on acid at this time?
That'd be kind of interesting, but no, sadly, no.
I actually would like to get some acid and
people,
go to a convention. That could be fun.
Especially watching clips like that. I imagine.
Are you guys seeing this? Is this real?
And then there's quite a few other movies. I imagine it's probably not in every Bollywood film, but a lot of Bollywood films get flack for this, for having like
song and dance,
random song and dance in the middle of the film.
I don't think that's a stereotype. I think it actually is every single film. Again, I have not done the necessary research.
I have a list, so I will slowly watch through these, and I
actually would like to watch more Bollywood films. Because that's one of those things where, I just haven't been able to give it a fair shake. So I would like to actually watch them and then see what's what.
Like, one of these is called Bang Bang. I didn't write down the name of like what it was kind of like mimicking. But there's some scene here where they're like driving on a bridge or something, and they shoot backwards on a motorbike. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, like one of the actors in this has a genetic disorder or something where it has like kind of like a partial double thumb. Like the director is his father or something like that, and like is able to like slowly make it more normalized, or like not quite so much of a stigma for like having deformities and stuff.
Is it a separate digit, or is it like a deformation of the primary digit?
It's like another, kind of like another.
So like a whole another thumb?
Not like an entire other thumb, but I wasn't able to get a really good look at it. They have the same actor is in I can't remember which one of these. It's like kind of like making fun of like E.T. You can totally tell it was E.T. Like Koi Mil Gaya or something like that, or Krish, where they're like these aliens have the same digit thing going on with their thumb, and like they're able to give him powers because I guess he has the same deformity or whatnot, and he's like able to like go around saving people. In the movies, like the clip they showed, he put on a mask that he saw like on the ground, like is partially broken, but he needed something to disguise himself, right?
Well, yeah.
You can't just go around saving people. Who knows what happened? So he charges into this. He's at a circus or whatever, and the tent catches fire. He runs in, and there's someone way up on the trapeze thing. So, guy does what he has to do. Jump on the trapeze things, and trapeze his way over to this poor lady who's stuck all the way up there. Grabs her and like throws her out through this hole in the tent, which she screams all the while, and goes out through the hole, hits the roof of the tent, slides down, and lands on a very wonderfully placed pile of hay.
That's where that started.
Yeah. And he, just kind of staring around, trying to figure out if there's anyone else. Maybe, did everyone get out? And he hears, children screaming for help. And like 4 or 5 children like grab a hold, like, and then he jumps out through that same hole.
Did his
the hero of the town.
Did his thumb make it easier to carry all of those children?
I fear that far too much weight has been put upon the importance of this thumb.
That's why I asked.
Then actually, I don't believe that it actually like aided him specifically in rescuing these children.
At the very least, it did not affect him to his detriment.
But it was not to his detriment.
All right.
I was amazed at like how so many kids could have grabbed onto one person and he would still have made it out. I mean, though small.
My nieces and nephews will pile on me whenever I walk in the door, so I get it. I mean, there's only 3 of them, but they're fast and a pain in the ass.
Little children can be annoying sometimes, right?
Yeah, they're cool.
And then after that, I think the Geek Show is the next thing that I went to.
Yeah, and we got some not great news in that one.
Yeah. Pretty sad.
Yeah. I know. Poor Jay has to go to Massachusetts.
Because he's...
He's in the Air Force. I forget what rank he is. But, I mean, I think he's an officer. But he's got a really good job. Somewhere in the IT field there. That is information technology.
Ooh.
Something that I did not learn until far too recently. So, but yeah.
And you're the one that introduced me to IT Crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, that was about the time when I realized, oh yeah, I don't know what IT actually means. And then I had to look it up. But, yeah. So, it looks like Jay's orders are changing and he has to move to Massachusetts. Yeah, in the middle of this month.
It sounds like they're going to try to include him.
Well, yeah, I mean...
the technology.
Yeah, there are ways to do it. I mean, I've interviewed people on the phone here. And if I can do it in my shitty little studio here, then surely the experienced and wizened Geek Show guys can work it out.
I imagine they'll manage things just fine.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, ultimately we closed out the day with good movies and bad descriptions, which is always a lot of fun.
Oh, yes.
And there were a majority of the Geek Show guys in that. So there was Carrie, Shannon, Jay, and Jay Washington is a comedian out of LA, and he's been joining in on the Geek Show stuff whenever he comes out here for FanX. And that guy's fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Because you were there, was it last September?
Mm-hmm.
When they first did the whole, geek trial. Did you go to that one?
Yes, it was at the club, I think, that they did that, right?
No.
Oh, no. I wasn't able to sit in for the trial, but they did have something at the club afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
I missed the trial, but...
Yeah, that was good. They've replicated that on I don't know if it'd be a smaller scale or a larger scale. Perhaps a smaller scale with greater volume. So...
On the convention floor?
Yeah.
Which, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, did you go to any
No,
of the...
but I took the pictures of what ones were going to be today. It seemed like you wanted the ones on Saturday, so I took a picture of those so that you could look at that.
Yeah, I don't know what my fucking deal has been with knowing what's going on what days. Because there was one I thought it was happening today. And then earlier in the week, a friend of mine sent me an invitation for a DX raid, or EX raid, or something like that. Pokemon Go. And I thought it was for 1 o'clock on Saturday. Turns out it was 1 o'clock Friday. And I was already in one of those RPG panels that Justin and I went to. And I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to walk 2 blocks for this. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my head now.
Nor shall we ever.
I just can't seem to tell what days are at all.
One of them that ends in Y.
Shut up. You cunt.
Don't forget it.
Alright, well, I think that's pretty much it. And like I said, over the next week, I'll start going through stuff I've been recording. And I'll put together, some clips for, I don't know. If you want to get together, we can go over the clips on mic. At the very least, just get on the phone and do that.
I think, the way that went, that was kind of painful. I'll try to do that in person.
Well,
if at least, so that whatever listeners are listening to that, I don't know if I want to subject them to that again. So
no, I remember what happened because what I'm
rather
doing
impromptu, and I didn't have a lot of notice to get over here. Yeah.
No, but now the thing is, like, where the music is plugged into right now, that would be how we would play the clips. But I was using that process already to talk to you on the phone. That's what it was. So, worst case scenario, I just need to figure out some way to plug in 2 mobile devices to the mixing board.
Oh, we can worry about that another day.
Yeah, because I'm ready for a nap.
I'm ready for a sleep.
Well, I don't get to sleep. 20-something years of insomnia. All I ever get are naps.
And yet we were late.
Yeah, because I was napping, dick. No, actually, I just... another thing with me, because, the depression and all, aside from the, the issues with sleeping at all, another big thing is fatigue. So, even though I may have slept for 7 or 8 hours, I wake up and my body is still just beat to shit. So it takes me a while to actually, get out of bed and get going. And
I get that.
Yeah. So, that's what that was. Anyway. Yeah, all the regular stuff. ComedyShedRadio.com. You can email us there. And, I need to look into getting you, login stuff for that. So, because I want to be able to get the rest of you guys onto the website so that you can, write things and all that.
You're going to have to trim some of this, aren't you?
I don't care. Nah, because we're only at 55 minutes right now.
Wow, we've been recording for that long?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, yep.
Okay.
So, but yeah. I would like for you guys to be able to post your own shit on there. I just need to
be creative and come up with shit. Although that would be a good catalyst for me actually doing something I've been wanting to do.
Well, that's what I thought, but I have yet to actually get anything done, really. Every once in a while, I'll write an article and throw it up on the news page there. But I am going to go through my photos that I've been taking at panels and kind of montage those into articles about the panels. Hopefully I can remember which photos went to what panels. Anyway, so at the moment, you can email me, Tim Flood, at ComedyShedRadio.com. In the future, maybe these other clowns. We'll see. And then there's the Comedy Shed Radio hotline, 801-900-3154. You may text or voicemail that number.
And I have not heard back from the guy who sent me the email about the typo that he found. If you're listening to this, please write me back and let me know where it is. Because I found like 5 other typos when I was looking for that one, but I could not find that one fucking anywhere. And I do appreciate the help. I really do. So if you guys notice shit like that, tell me so that I can fix it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye. Right? Yeah.
Wave.
Well, there's game stuff, but I need to actually sit down and organize those things. All right. In a few months today, and I just opened it. Figured I'd take a look and see what we got here. Oh shit, that's a nifty Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pin. I like that. And what is this? Terminator keychain. Terminator Genesis. What is that supposed to be? Microchip or circuit board or something? Alright. Now, let's see what else. Oh, hot damn. This is pretty sweet. Because we're talking about getting dice towers at Fan X. But I actually just got a... I'm guessing a small-ish Castle Dice Tower. Let's see here. Oh, and it comes with a cute little T20 too. There we go. Cool. Alright, so probably not a universally accessible dice tower, but it has 3, well, it basically has 3 towers, and you can just throw your little D20 in any one of them. Oh, 7. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's kind of cool. But, probably not going to work so well with my dice that I already own. So I'll try that out later. Maybe take that to D&D if we play Sunday. And then... oh, Legend of Zelda. What the hell is this? Let's see. Arrgh. The hell? Some sort of a joint. Alright. Oh. It's like one of those plastic egg things you'd get from the quarter machines, which has a small... is that a Link figure? I don't know, I'm not super familiar with Legend of Zelda, so I have to actually look at the paper to see what's going on here. Oh yeah, it's Link in purple, I guess. It's vaguely Lego shaped. Alright. And then let's see what the t-shirt is. Because the t-shirts are arguably the best part about these. And I love the t-shirts, I just don't normally wear them. So, oh fuck, this is badass. This one I might wear. Yeah, it's a t-shirt with, vaguely schematic-ish designs of the Technodrome. Oh, Mark 1. Good for him. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright. So yeah, this loot crate has been fun. I'm excited. Yeah, I don't use keychains enough, but I like this. Yeah, I'm gonna open this one and see exactly what it is right now. Let's see. Oh, it's a brain chip. Alright, I get it. Yeah. It's one of those things that's just kind of vaguely designed to look like what could be a microchip or a computer card. If you were to add something to your computer. So, yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, maybe I'll use that. We'll see. Alright, so yeah, I just want to record that real quick because, I don't know, I probably should have thought to check my mail before Ben left. We could have, gone over this shit together. That would have been fun. Alright, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna open this little, Link figure. Arrgh. This is a cute little sword and a cute little shield. And why am I saying everything is cute right now? Alright. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Loot Crate has fallen on some hard times lately. They are not out of business, but there has been some uncertainty in regards to their financing for a little while. So, I think the last crate I received would have been back in May, because I think this one is for June. So they are starting to catch up with their supply demands. Oh shit, the eyes move. That's kind of cool. Turn the head from side to side and the eyes turn that direction too. That's pretty spiffy. Sweet. So, yeah, it looks like they are starting to move forward again with their distribution and such. So good for them. And good for me because I finally got my shit that I paid for like 3 months ago. Alright, nice. Well, that is it for that. So thanks for sticking around and listening, and I'll see you guys later.